What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Screen Sanctum reaction. I'm Steve, and today we're going to react to the first episode of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which dropped on Disney Plus this morning. I've been anticipating this. I think everyone has. Everyone wants Spider-Man content, and we're getting new animation. Do I wish it was Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Holland's voice? Yes, I do, but it's not. But what are we going to do? It's Spider-Man. So let's get into it. But before I do, if you want to see this uncut reaction and all my uncut reactions, please check out my Patreon. There's something for everyone. I have a free tier. It's a good time and it'll help me keep making these videos. But today, it's Spider-Man time in 3, 2, 1, flip. Well, look at that. Background images moving.
Peter!
Oh, Avengers Tower's there.
Get a move on her, you'll be late.
She sounds like Italian.
Your oatmeal was getting cold, so I packed it to go.
That's so...
Thank you, man. You're the best.
Oatmeal in a Ziploc? Aw.
I'm almost there. Don't go yet.
Too bad you couldn't just whip to school.
Why would anything work out for you, Peter? Ugh.
Oatmeal and toast.
Hey, Peter, you need a ride?
Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna be late for work.
Oh, he has an Iron Man thing. Haha, that's cool, and that's gonna enrage people.
And it'll be nice, you know, to have something to distract from everything else that's been going on.
Poor Ben. Did you see the reflection on her ring?
You've always been here for me. You have always had my back. And I really appreciate that.
Aw.
How bad could this possibly go?
Is Peter that awkward that he doesn't realize he's ridiculously smart, and what the hell just happened? Is Doctor Strange here?
What the hell?
What? A symbiote already? I think. What? Hell yeah. It is Doctor Strange. I love it.
Oh no, we're not supposed to be here.
Here meaning this dimension? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, they're ruining the school. Oh, there's the spider.
Grab that kid.
I love the cloak.
You okay, kid? Mm-hmm. Do a sweep. Make sure that's everyone.
Thumbs up, Doc. Oh, the cloak saves the day again.
Ouch.
Hey, ugly!
Oh, he threw a
I don't
brick.
think he's interested, buddy.
Peter always knows how to quip. Oh, here we go.
Are you okay?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've been better, but I definitely could have been worse.
How are they going to fix that school, man?
Sorry, I'm Peter Parker. How about you?
Nice to meet you, Pete. I'm Nika
Chomp.
Minoro.
Oh!
Peter? Pete, are you okay, man?
Nothing like a quick
How are
origin
you
story.
doing?
Oh, the
I
spider didn't
don't know.
die?
Didn't like my name? Peter, you were supposed to be up
I'm
20
guessing
minutes
that
ago.
Doctor Strange was a different universe. Like, if Peter didn't know who Doctor Strange was. Oh, I'm walking here.
I'm okay!
Almost.
And of course, being too sweaty before school, but it's better than being late.
See, like, that's a costume a kid would make.
Okay.
He ain't a master seamstress. Spider-Man, do a flip. Oh, we missed.
I'm good. I'm all right.
Just give us the cash now and we'll only rough you up a little bit.
That kid doesn't even look like he could fight. Uh-oh. from the trailer.
Stevie Sherman here, streaming live.
They're gonna stream an assault.
Next victim in his dumbass costume.
Is my suit really that
Why
bad?
would you live stream that? Oh, nice. Boom. That kid would be... He would not be waking up anytime soon.
Watch out for that ladder.
Where do you think you're going? Exactly. Why are you filming this, Stevie? Why would you film that?
Spider-Man here.
Like I try to tell those guys, I don't really carry cash, but I mean, your Venmo.
Hey, don't worry about it.
He's gonna send them money.
Following
Rockford
our discussions
Bales.
yesterday, we'll be turning our consider raising your hand.
Oh, well, I guess Midtown's
Yes,
not
these will be
reconstructed
on the
yet.
test on Friday, and no, you may.
Doesn't just say participant.
Oh.
Hey, watch where you're going, kid. Hey, Emma. Honestly.
Peter's in love.
I'm sorry, Pearl.
Aw, Petey's always been a bit clumsy.
You know me.
Petey.
Petey Parky. Parker.
Petey Parky.
Something tells me this is going to be a fun day for you.
Pearl's not just my childhood crush. We have a history. We'd go out. They'd ask Pearl to keep me company. You know,
That's
hang
funny.
out. And stay up too late.
Your babysitter.
Was she your babysitter? I once knew a guy that still had a babysitter at 12.
I was 11 and a half.
Hey, look who it is. That's the guy who told him to do a flip. I hope he gets some speaking parts.
Wait for it.
He's gonna get hit by a car. Oh. Whoa.
Get that license plate number.
That's cool. I like how they took that straight out of the movies.
Holy crap! I just.
Spider-Man
Parker, you can
out.
stop a truck. You can ask out the girl of your dreams.
Yeah, maybe if you're wearing your mask when you do it. Because Petey Parky doesn't have confidence.
Someone beat you to it.
Oh.
I was thinking that this is my chance to ask Pearl to be my lab partner. If Pearl says yes, I'll be able to show her that I'm not
Nah,
just
you
some kid, and
don't
then she'll
cock
go
block
for
Petey.
I work with Peter Parker. People think I'm destined to go pro or something, but I'd rather have options. Playing for Bales High is a hell of an opportunity.
I think they might become good friends.
Have a good practice and don't forget your goggles.
Just let it go, Pete.
Big plans? You're just gonna chill, relax, chillax.
Have a good one, dude.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
Stand-up guy. Oh, it seems like he wants to hang out with Pete. Like he doesn't want to go home. 125th, all right. Profiling never stops.
I asked the shop teacher about your car. He said it might be your alternator.
Thank you, Lonnie.
What a good big brother and son.
Thanks for your help, Spider Guy.
It's actually Spider-Man.
Sure, whatever.
I was gonna say,
Slices on the house for the Spider-Man.
that's what I was gonna say. He deserves a little
Did you
food.
say free pizza? Thanks. Somebody just threw this out. It's like new.
That's like literally what
Wow.
MCU Peter
Except
Parker
DVD
found.
player. It's the best day ever.
This is crazy. They said this does not connect to the MCU, but a lot of it is very... This is literally the same music they used in Civil War. But now it's Osborn's there.
I found a DVD player on the way home. Oh, and there's this crazy car.
This is literal. This is cool. Oh my God.
What are you doing here? Sorry. I mean, I'm Peter.
Hello, Peter. It's nice to meet you. My name is Norman Osborn.
Dude. So are they... I'm going to let this run just in case it's a post-credits, but this is literally an alternate version of the MCU Spider-Man, I'm guessing. Because a lot of the stuff we've seen, I was just saying, it's the exact same music that they used. Obviously, we pick up with Peter in the MCU after he got bit. We don't see any of that. But we saw him stopping the car in front of the bus, and then this part where he gets the DVD player and the music that's playing when he gets into the apartment, literally straight from Civil War. So this is interesting. I know originally they said it was supposed to be like the origin story of MCU Peter Parker before, I think, Civil War. I think that was the original plan, and they couldn't do it and they scrapped it. And they're like, oh, it's not going to have anything to do with the MCU anymore. It's going to be its own thing. But after this episode, are you telling me we're coming up on Secret Wars and you use the same music as Civil War from the MCU and the same basic origin, like intro as Civil War, and you're not going to have this Peter Parker show up in live action from a different universe? Because that Doctor Strange, I feel like that showed up in this episode was not from Peter's universe, because if Doctor Strange was there, like living in that universe, and you saw him, you would know who he was, I think. Unless like nothing like that has ever happened. But I guess we'll figure it out and we'll get answers soon. But it sounds like this show is also going to be somewhat multiversal. Maybe not Peter going to different ones, but maybe Doctor Strange, because that was a symbiote and Peter looked like he had no idea what it was. And if there was one symbiote there, there had to have been multiple. And it would have been on the news. So he would have known. I think people would have known what was going on, and they would have known Doctor Strange. But this was a very good episode 1. You get everything you need. You get the origin story in like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. You get introduced to all the characters. That's cool. All the characters so far look really neat. And, you know, it's basically, this is what it's going to be about. This is the characters. Let's go from here. So now we know, if you've watched the MCU, Peter's relationship with Tony Stark, which is funny because Aunt May has the Tony Stark toy dangling from her car rearview mirror. Now we see him meeting Osborn. So it kind of sounds like we're going to have a similar arc in this show to the MCU, only not with Tony Stark, with Norman Osborn. But we know that Tony Stark exists in this, because why would they have an Iron Man toy if there was no Iron Man in this universe? So that is really interesting how this is going to work. It's a cool dynamic how now Peter is going to be molded by what we know is the villain. I'm sure at this point right now, he's not, but we know who Norman Osborn is. He's the bad guy. So he sees an enhanced person, Spider-Man, and he's going to try to use him for his good, even though he's bad. And I don't want to go as far as saying like, oh, Tony was the good guy. He had good intentions for Peter. Tony really didn't have great intentions for Peter either. He saw a kid who had powers and he wanted him to fight adults on his team. Like, that's not being a good person. As much as after that, he kind of, was trying to instill in him, he wanted him to be better than Tony was. But still, you don't have a civil war and need a guy to fight and recruit like a 15-year-old kid. But Tony did it. So again, I don't want to say Tony was the good guy, even though in general he is the good guy. But when it comes to Peter Parker, he still was recruiting a child. And here Norman Osborn is recruiting a child. But we all know that Norman, in the grand scheme of the superhero universe, is a villain. So who knows what he's going to try to use Peter for. Peter saved his son, Harry, so we get that relationship there. They're probably going to become best friends now because it seemed like they didn't know each other yet. So we'll get that aspect. His best friend is Nico. I recognize her, I think, from The Runaways. I watched like 1 or 2 seasons of that, so I believe that's that character. We don't see MJ yet. I believe they are the same age and they went to high school at the same time. So either in this universe, Mary Jane doesn't exist, or he just hasn't bumped into her yet. I'm not sure, but I'm sure they'll answer that question in future episodes. We got 2 episodes today, so I'll try to watch episode 2, hopefully soon. But this was a good intro. Like, the first episode of a show, to me, is one, obviously, it needs to be good, but it needs to get you interested in the rest of the series. And I'm sure people will say, oh, this is lazy. They're just using nostalgia to get us to watch more. Which I guess you could say, yeah. Like, if you've been watching the movies, you recognize a lot of this, and you'll automatically be intrigued to say, we know what happened with Tony. Like, what is going to happen now if the same things happen to Peter, but only with Osborn instead? So I know people are going to argue about it. I think it's fine. I think it's cool, actually, because now it's got my mind thinking of the multiverse. And will this Peter eventually show up in Secret Wars or Doomsday or something? Maybe, maybe not. It's still Marvel animation. They're not saying it is in the MCU, but it could be, because right now it's not. But if they wanted to, they could incorporate it. So I'm sure we'll find out in a year or 2, or maybe by the end of the season, something will happen with a post-credit scene. But we already have established there's an Osborn, there's a Spider-Man, there is a Iron Man, and there is a Venom. There has to be. I don't think that was supposed to be Venom that Doctor Strange was fighting. I think it might have just been a symbiote, but I didn't watch the credits. So if the credits rolled and it did say that was Venom, but I don't think it was. Anyways, I really enjoyed this. It's got me hooked to watch more. I love the animation. I know a lot of people were complaining because some of the snippets had like Peter Parker talking and no one moving in the background. As you could see, if you watch the episode, people in the background do move. So it's not something that's noticeable. Like if you're watching it, to me anyway, I didn't notice anything crazy. Nothing looked bad to me. The swinging looked really neat. No, it's not the animation of like Mutant Mayhem or Into the Spider-Verse, but I highly doubt this show had that budget. But I like how they're going comic book animation. Like if you were reading a comic book and it was actually moving on the page, like books and pictures work in Harry Potter, it would look like this. So I enjoy it. I don't know. You got to let me know. What did you all think of this first episode of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? What do you think of my reaction, my thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. What did you like? What did you hate? Just let me know. Let's talk. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.